Boy up, it's D&D in the building. Purdue power, no ceiling. Yeah. Double D back, that's Derek and Dalton. Talking gold blood, Mackie Ben Moulton. Black and gold dreams, banners we folding. Paint crew loud, every rim gets swollen. Stats so clean, you think it's a scheme. History books get Purdue screen. From humble to E-Day, legends on replay. We run through Mars like it's just another weekday. Double the energy, talking that legacy. Boiler boys cooking, no recipe. Microphone magic, rivalry static. We breaking it down, keep it cinematic. You want the heat, better tune in fast.
Hello, welcome back to the Double D Podcast. My name is Derek, and as always, this is my co-host, Dalton. Today, we are going to be recapping Purdue's 81-73 victory over Washington at home, a game that was never really that close, got a little ugly and sloppy down the end, but nonetheless, a Big Ten victory that improves Purdue to 4-0 on the Big Ten season early. All around a good performance. Did want to quickly shout out, we got to meet one of our listeners, Blake Widmer, at halftime of the game. It was really awesome to meet him and talk to him, and he gave me a cool book, a religious book from somebody that he knows that wrote it. Learned a lot about him, and was really just pretty cool to meet him and interact with him there for a little bit. What were your we were at the game, obviously, so what were your instant reactions and anything else that you want to talk about here quickly?
My instant reaction, Blake is a cool guy. That's an inch. I passed him, headed to the restroom. I thought it was him, but when you see people on the internet versus in real life, it is hard to pick them out. So you might see us at a game and not even know it's us.
Yeah, if you ever do, say hi. If you do watch the show, it'd be cool for us. Do ask anybody. Just real quick, anybody who's watching for the first time, please hit that subscribe button. If you're a longtime listener, just hit the like button, leave us a comment. What were your instant reactions to the actual gameplay and kind of what you saw being there, and whatever you want to talk about?
It wasn't like my favorite Purdue game ever. Dominated the first half. Then just fell apart in the second. It wasn't a performance that I'm stellar about. It's like I didn't feel like we were gonna lose, but I also feel like didn't play to our potential. Especially on a night where your buddy Braden gets recognized for breaking the Big Ten all-time assist record. Like, you'd think you would want to show out for him, for the fans. Obviously, the paint crew wasn't there. Not my favorite crowd. I've heard louder high school crowds. I mean, I've literally heard student sections at 2A Indiana schools be louder than that. I don't know. Give it a 4 out of 10 experience.
Yeah, I mean, so Purdue dominated this game for 30 minutes. With 10 minutes left, they're up 20. Kind of unwinded there at the end. And, something that I heard on Sleepers today they kind of brought up was it felt a lot like the last 10 minutes felt a lot like the whole Memphis game felt. They kind of just were playing this kind of raw dog style of basketball, speeding us up, pressing, causing havoc, just daring the referees to call fouls, which they weren't doing. There's a tendency for that to get in Purdue's head a little bit. Purdue has not shown a really good efficiency at fighting through the fact that calls aren't going their way. They expect certain things, and when it doesn't go their way, they get upset and frustrated, and it kind of rattles them. So,
yeah,
Purdue's that's something
it's a physicality thing.
And I don't think Purdue's not physical.
No, it's a mental physicality is what I would call it. The lack of mental fortitude. The calls are never you play for Purdue. Calls probably not going to go your way. I don't know why we're surprised by that, why TKR puts his hands up in there, why we're throwing our hands up. You're not going to get the calls, especially Carsonson and Jeffrey on the call. Like, is this your first game, guys? Like, you really expect them to just change their ways? Like, you'd be better off expecting Courtney Green to call a fair game for Purdue. Like, it's not going to happen. Play the game. Play to win. Play to kill. It literally looks like it's not a competition to them at some point in the game. There's no fiercity. There is no murderous rage. Like, we play almost too, I don't know, I'd call it zen. It's like TKR's teaching them philosophy and they're zenning on the court. Like, not like me.
Definitely at times. I mean, this is a weird game because I don't want to downplay the fact that Purdue was up by 20 plus points for most of this game. And Greg mentioned it on their recap. Like, Washington hasn't been down by 20 all season at all to a single team they've played.
Played shit teams.
Yeah, doesn't matter. They haven't been down by 20 all season, and Purdue had them down by 20 for a big part of this game. I think that I know initially leaving this game, I was very, very frustrated. Through time and just listening to some other people talk, like, I don't think that I'm as frustrated. Like, it's still a dominating Big Ten win. You only end up winning by 8, sure, but it was never that close, and anyone who actually watched it knows that. The game was not even at one point did Purdue trail. It was never in jeopardy. It was 9-0 to start the game. It was a 17-point halftime lead, and it was 20 points with 10 minutes left. This was never a close game. That being said, what you hit on, the energy in the building was just not there until it really started to get close, and that was mostly negative energy, I think, toward the officials. It wasn't really like, I felt like I was having to tell people to stand up when, like, Purdue needed a boost, and it's like, come on, like I mentioned to you, there should be buzzers on the seats so you can't sit down the last 5 minutes, because it was an exceptionally older crowd. Being an 8:30 weeknight game, there wasn't a lot of youth there. Obviously, the fan or the student section wasn't there. There weren't many little kids there. It was just a weak environment for Mackey. I mean, now that being said, Washington's probably never played a home game with anywhere near that sort of a level. They don't have that kind of fandom, but Purdue does, and it was pretty apparent early in this game. Once Purdue built about a 10-point lead, it's like nobody made a sound for the next 20 game minutes.
Yeah. That's not my frustration, though. It's not just one game for me. I'm not just talking about Washington. I'm talking about consistently letting teams back in. That's how you lose in the first and second round in March.
100%. Yeah,
it's not like last night was it. It's like, can we have a killer instinct? Can we freaking bury a team that doesn't belong on the same court as you guys? Like, this team is so talented. 14-1. And I know I sound negative as can be. I'm not meaning that. I still love this team. I mean, I'm never going to forget going to that game last night and watching that, but like, I want to see them prove it. Like, show everybody why you're fourth in KenPom. Kill somebody, run the score up. I don't care if it's 40, 50 points. Just absolutely annihilate people like you should.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like that run that Washington went on was against our bench. Our starters were still in the game. And I'm with you. Like, I wanted to try to ease it a little, but like, I'm still not happy with the way the Wisconsin game ended after Braden breaks the record and they come back, they didn't come back. It was a 16-point win, but they went on a big run. This game where you're up by 21 points and all of a sudden it's 8. I mean, it's happened throughout my fandom as a Purdue fan. It's something, it's you like it or you love it about Painter. He's not about running the score up. However, against bad teams, it's okay. How about you get it to 30 before you start playing easy? And then why do you still have to play? I still don't get it. But the point is, like, you don't have to just hold on to a 20-point lead. You can extend it and then you can just coast.
Right.
But you don't coast at 20. These teams are too talented.
The other, when the Binters of the world, the Omers come in and you're riding a 30-point lead, then they have a little room to learn and they feel a little more easy in those minutes. It's not, hey, get in there. Yeah, you're gonna have to make a play
Right.
like right now, like to keep them from going on a 17-2 run or whatever, And like the red line on KenPom in the box shows 99% Purdue the entire game.
Yeah.
But to be outscored, like KenPom breaks it down into quarters. In quarter 4, outscored 31-17.
Yeah. Last 10 minutes was
So
ugly.
in March, when you face a formidable opponent that may be a mid-major, like maybe it's some of that coming out of me, but that is how you lose to, FDU or another team like that. It's like, just, I don't know, man. I know it's not Painter's game to kill, but kill. Like, I don't
Is there a
care.
point where you think Purdue is maybe feeling a little bored to some degree? Because you got to think this is like 6 straight games that they've had a 20-point lead in. And maybe there's a complacency factor there of like, we don't even have to play good to win these games. We haven't been playing like unbelievable basketball. It's just been easy. And these last 10 minutes tend to be when other teams get into that like helter skelter and they're fighting for their lives to try to get in this game. And that's really when you get exposed if you're not 100% going at it.
So something happened this year. I don't know if anybody else remembers it, but I remember a certain Saturday that I was excited for a game, and this team came to town called Iowa State and beat the living dog piss out of Purdue. Like, I don't know how people forget that so easy. Like, they should still be mad about that. I would never take that off the TV in the locker room. Like, that was an embarrassing game. And now we come out, you got Fletcher, shooting, I don't know, 1 for 18 in
He's
the last 2 games.
27% in Big Ten play.
Yeah, I mean, what are we doing? Like, yeah, Trey and Braden both had games. They also both had 6 turnovers as seniors. I don't understand. Take care of the ball. Like, if you take care of the ball, we win that by 16, 17 points last night.
Well, yeah, and a lot of those turnovers that were a little even before that 10-minute mark felt weird. Like Braden threw a pass to TKR who wasn't expecting it. TKR threw a pass that was supposed to be a shot. Should have been a shot a couple times. They were just like a lack of continuity turnovers, and that should never be a problem for Purdue. It was very odd. I was kind of confused by some of them. I don't even think a ton of them were forced outside of some of those late helter-skelter ones, like when they were pressing out of nowhere. But
I'm going to
I
say
do
that
want to do what?
With Braden, 7 assists, 6 turnovers. Okay, you're throwing all the passes. You're always handling the ball. That's going to happen. Something is up with TKR this year. He put up 14 and 14 last night, but I'm a realist, and last year that would have been a 32-point game. I'm not playing about that. I mean, the boards
last year
weren't
we
all
had
there.
0 other points from the 5, and we had 18 tonight or that night.
I mean, that's fine, but I'm gonna go
I'm
out.
not mad about anything TKR's done, personally.
No,
I mean, I think I want him to shoot more, of course, but
he
I don't care.
he looks unsure all the time, like he doesn't know what to do. Teams come up to double him. He doesn't know where he's going with it.
Yeah, I just think he made some good passes and got into a passing mindset, but I'm not concerned. Like the last thing I'll be concerned about is Trey passing too much because last year all we dealt with was him being a black hole.
Yeah, I'm fine with the passing. It's like, but when you have a 12-foot push shot that you would normally always take and you pass that up and turn it over, that's an issue.
Yeah, no, I mean obviously that's not what you want, but I thought like tonight every time he touched the ball they immediately doubled him.
Yeah, then get rid
when they
of it.
didn't,
Quicker
when
passes.
at the beginning when they weren't doing that, he scored like 4 straight times, and then they had to do that the rest of the game.
Right, but you got to know that's coming.
Well, I don't think that was their MO. Like they weren't doing that to start the game.
But after they do it 3-4 times in a row, 6 turnovers is a lot, man, for somebody that doesn't handle the ball. That's a lot of turnovers.
I agree, but it's not like it's been I mean, it wasn't a good game from a ball handling standpoint for either of those two guys. They had 12 turnovers of our 14. But at the same time, they both had great games. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm going to be critical of the seniors. You notice how I'm not tearing into Jack Benter for coming in and doing literally nothing.
Who put up one rebound and no other stats.
Yeah, I don't expect that out of these guys. But I expect, Braden and Trey and Fletcher to come to the table, and when things are getting crazy like that, be the ones to stop it. Step up, put an end to it. Don't be 12 of the turnovers or the 14 turnovers.
I guess it's like maybe we just have a different outlook on that, because like I think that Braden is what stopped it. He came down and hit back-to-back fadeaway jump shots when the game got to 10 points to kind of settle everyone down. And I mean, Braden was 10 for 15 from the field. He doesn't normally shoot that much. Yeah, I thought he was great.
I'm not going to say he wasn't, but I'm talking about turnovers. 14 turnovers, and 12 of them are by your seniors who were All-Americans.
Yeah, in a game you were up by 20, though. I mean, I guess.
So you just give the ball away? You just,
I don't think it was.
We're up a lot, so we're just going to play stupid.
I don't think they were. I don't think that's crazy. What it was. That's not what I'm saying, though. I don't think that was it at all. I think that there was a couple miscommunications that led to turnovers, and then just a couple bad decisions. But it's going to happen. I don't think, like, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's good, and I don't like you should be critical of them having 12 turnovers. I just see it as those are the only two people that were doing much offensively in the entire game, and I'm not going to focus on the one thing that wasn't great, because Braden had 23 points and 7 assists, and TKR had 14 and 14. So between them, they led us in every single statistical category.
CJ with 11, and guess how many turnovers?
CJ doesn't handle the ball, though.
Trey doesn't either. That's what I'm saying, is like you're stuck on that 14 points and the 14 rebounds, and you're not. I mean,
I'm just not that critical about 6 turnovers one time in one game. I just don't think it's that big a deal.
I see 14 and 2 from the rest of the entire team.
Oh, 12. I mean, yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. The turnovers were a problem.
That's how stuff like the Iowa State game happens. We get nonchalant, dude. Because the shots weren't falling last night either.
Yeah,
like the 3-point percentage is 33%. It's not a great game.
Yeah, but like we didn't leave the Iowa State recap praising them for not turning it over. So I don't know. I guess it's an easy thing to focus on because it is glaringly bad for your two All-Americans had 12 turnovers between them. Like, but I consider that to be a one-off type of situation. If that happens again and it becomes a problem, then yeah, sure. But Braden's been pretty good at protecting the ball all year, and Trey hasn't had a ton of turnovers. And even though he's not a ball handler, Trey does have the ball a lot.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
I think the biggest problem with his turnovers they were only 2 real reasons for him. One, they were indecisive, which is never a good thing as a big guy with the ball in your hand. And 2, they were kind of weak. Like he just got a little weak with the ball at times, and like almost just got it. I don't want to say just taken from him, but he just wasn't very strong with it. And that's not something you're really used to seeing from him. But no, I mean the turnovers were bad. Like objectively, they were bad.
I'm not saying it was the worst game ever. I'm saying if these become habitual, or we're cool, or they're cool with 6 turnovers each, then we see maybe a 5-6 loss Big Ten season.
Yeah, I don't see that coming. Like I was trying to I was thinking like that we have 2 games Saturday and next Tuesday or Wednesday. After that, there's only 6 more home games for this senior class. I mean, we're quickly approaching the end, and I was really mad about this game. And then this never actually happens. It's normally the opposite. But some of the sleepers guys talked me off the ledge on their recap, like telling me or saying you need to enjoy. You're 14-1 and 4-0 in the Big Ten. Like Purdue hasn't been 4-0 in the Big Ten in 8 years. Like we've gotten to this point where we're so disappointed by everything that they do, even when they win and they're up by 20, that are we even enjoying the season. I don't know. It's something, a mental battle I'm dealing with. Of like, am I just like overly critical to the point that I'm making myself not enjoy the final season with these guys? Because next year they're going to be gone, and we're going to look back and go, man, wish they were here.
I'm enjoying it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm loving, 14-1 is crazy, but my eyes are on something that Braden has his eyes on, and that would be a national championship. And you play a game like last night in the tournament, you probably lose that game.
So do you think Purdue played bad? If you take the 10 minutes out of it, you think that wasn't a good game?
No, I just think letting your foot off the gas is stupid.
Oh yeah,
And
no, I
that is
agree with
how
that.
we lost to a, let's see, what did we lose to? A 16 seed,
See,
a 15 seed, and a 14 seed. You know why? Because they don't have a killer mentality at Purdue. And that is how those things happen. And
I mean, that same team that lost to a 16 went into the national title game, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Is like dumb shit like that happens when you let your foot up. Like
I
when
think,
you
yeah, maybe.
when you
I
are
think that,
casual about things and you get a big head, like I said that this wasn't all about Washington. It's been building. It's like the Wisconsin thing, the Wisconsin letdown, like stop letting teams back into it. And it's not the bench players. That is my problem. If we had 5 guys off the bench in, and we give up a run, that's one thing. But for the 3 seniors to allow runs like that at the end while they're still in, I don't think they came off the floor of the Wisconsin game till 2 or 3 minutes left. So it's like, damn, like I'm just foreseeing, and it's probably past hurt that causes this, but it's like,
that's what I was going to say. Like, I think a lot of this, and it's not just you. It's not. I mean, I get the same way during these games, and a lot of Purdue fans do. I think it's from the trauma.
yeah,
Like
it is.
relived trauma. Because if you really think about it, the losses Purdue's had in the tournament to high seeds have never been comeback. We were up 20 and they came. It's never happened. It's always been we came out flat.
Slow starts.
Yeah, not bad
which
finishes.
We've done this year too.
Oh, this year that would, to me, is a bigger problem than a couple bad finishes in a row, because we have habitually came out slow. Now we didn't in this game, but
yeah, no,
overarching wise, that's been a problem for all year. That was one thing on the ED teams. We tended to come out and get up quick because we just feed ED 7 or 8 times. It'd be a bucket every time. Next thing you know, it's 20-12.
Why not Trey?
I don't know. That's one thing we did all of last year. Trey always got the ball early, about 6 straight possessions to start every
Just
game.
at least a touch. He doesn't black hole as much this year, so why not come down the first 4 possessions and force a post touch to figure out what they're doing at least.
Yeah, even if it's not post, it could be a wing touch. Let him face the basket, see what he can do.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm too critical, but I'm not gonna stop being that. I'll tell you
no,
that.
it's who you are, dude.
I mean, like,
I'm more of a
I see things. I'm like, fix. That's stupid. That is my whole thing. That is stupid. Like, doesn't have to be that way.
No, dude. I was furious after this game,
Yeah,
mostly just because of how we just. It's not like we're like playing intentionally to lose the game. It's just coasting, and it's just not. Like I kept saying, like, how many opportunities have we had to stretch this from 20 to 30? And we just either didn't make the shots, we got lazy, something stupid happened, we couldn't get a stop. It just never fails. It was almost a whole replication of that beginning of the game where the crowd was dead and Fletcher starts throwing his hands up to get the crowd going, and immediately the other team hits a 3. Happens every time.
3 times last night.
Yeah, happened like 3 times. Yeah, it did. And it kind of just felt like Purdue had no positive it couldn't. Once they got up, there was no more positive momentum.
Right.
It was like, even like people were talking, and we can briefly hit on this very weird situation where Braden comes out of the game at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half. I think it's the first time he's ever not started the second half, but we won those minutes. Purdue was +5 in the minutes Braden sat during that stretch.
That's what I was just going to say. Like, I think we played better during that time. Like,
Yeah, I don't know about total better, but definitely better than the end. But +5 in minutes without Braden on the floor.
Yeah.
And he comes back. We get the lead. We got the lead up pretty high. It was like 21, I think. And then the last 10 minutes happened. And my problem even isn't playing bad for 10 minutes. It's you gave up 31 points in 10 minutes to Washington. Did they hit a couple junk threes? Sure. But that wasn't all it was. They
No,
were going to the
that
basket. Steinbach went from what?
kept
3 to
Nang.
Steinbach went from 3 to 17 points in a matter of
Yeah,
4 game
4.
minutes.
Yeah.
We'll hit the stats real quick. We're running long
Yeah.
already because we got into a little debate there live. Sometimes you'll see us do that from time to time.
If we agreed all the time, this show would be boring as shit.
100%. All right. Let me share this. Share screen. And we'll start just on a couple of the Purdue guys. We kind of hit on Trey pretty well already, but does have a good rebounding game, which I asked for in the preview. 14 points, 14 rebounds. Did have 6 assists, 6 turnovers. What's funny? I think if he had 2 assists and 2 turnovers, like same assist to turnover ratio, we would be like, that's fine. It's just that the volume of turnovers that was the problem. But it was probably his best passing game of the season as well. Oddly enough, also his worst turnover game.
I
Do
think
you have anything else you want to say on Trey?
He was finding open people. I mean, it was honestly, I hate that it took away from it, man. I hate that we gave away 6 possessions that, maybe he could have done something else with. Because
it would have been, if he had 2 turnovers, this would have been an all-time Trey game.
I really feel like he should have had 25 last night. Like, there's no reason Steinbach, he can't hold him.
Well, it's weird. He only took essentially 10 shots. He took that 1-3 off the behind-the-back pass because he kind of had to, but only takes 10 shots, and I think he scored like 6 straight or something, 6 of the first 10 points we had. Yeah. So he didn't do a ton after that, but that's when they started really doubling him, and he could have taken Steinbach or the other dude every time, but once they started doubling, he had to become a passer, and that's where the turnovers came. And it might be something other teams start doing. Make Trey be a passer.
They're going to, for sure, dude.
We'll go to your guy, Oscar Clough. Kind of a quiet game, but from me at least, his biggest value in this game was for 90% of this game, he completely shut down Steinbach.
Yeah.
Steinbach had 0 rebounds with 8 minutes to go in this game.
All right.
What were your thoughts on Clough? He finishes with 7 boards and 8 points.
Yeah, he's a role man. I mean, like, he plays his role, does what he needs to in the game situation. That's what I love about him. He's a team buy-in guy. He bought into this whole thing, and that's Clough. He has 5 fouls every game, and he's gonna use 4 of them.
He's gonna use 4 at least.
You know what? I don't care. That man, he gets down and dirty. He goes and gets the boards that other people don't want to get. You don't want him to guard you. He is one of those guys, and his offensive rating efficiencies are always up there. So, love Clough.
I just realized, just looking here real quick, quick note on Trey. He drew 7 fouls and had 0. That's a crazy number. And he only shot 3 free throws, drawing 7 fouls. That's wild. That tells you not many people else on Purdue were really drawing any. Okay. Oscar, I think overall a good game. Had 2 blocks, a steal, no turnovers. Did, as far as what you would ask for Oscar from a game like this, that Braden's scoring, great game. Just perfect. We'll jump to the other big guy, Daniel Jacobson. 5 for 6 from the field. They had to have been 4 of those had to have been lob dunks. Only played 12 minutes. I wish he would have played a little more. I think he was pretty good when he was out there, but ends up with 2 blocks in 12 minutes, 10 points, drew 3 fouls. I thought he was pretty good. He held up pretty well. I think he really, really got smoked on the hedging. We were high hedging everything, and he kept getting destroyed trying to get back on that. And I think that's why he didn't play, because Oscar's great at that.
Well, he also had 3 fouls in 12 minutes, so.
That's true. He's good. You want to talk about Oscar using fouls? DJ's going to get his.
I'm saying, like, Oscar, like, he uses his fouls.
Yeah, they're forceful fouls.
Yeah, they are. DJ, I'm like, sometimes, like, somebody might get a layup or something out of it, but if Clough hits you, you're not scoring, dude.
Yeah. Any thoughts on other thoughts on DJ? I thought I I thought he was good. Just defensively, high
Look at
hedging
that.
was not the plan for him.
Look at that
Like,
offensive rating, 173, highest on the team last night. And
was it that
KenPom,
high?
yeah, he was closest player to him. We had Omer at 151 and CJ at 148.
Wow.
So, I mean, DJ, 5 for 6, can't ask for much more out of that guy, So,
Yep.
great game for DJ.
Great game. I think our bigs played well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Outside of the Trey turnovers, if you took those away, it would be an A+ game from our bigs.
Perfect. Yeah.
So we'll jump to Braden. We talked about him a lot already. So 10 for 15 from the field, though, 23 points. Kind of went and got his own a lot in this game when we just looked kind of stagnant. 7 assists, did have 3 steals. 6 turnovers was crazy, and a -1 is crazy from him on the plus-minus. Just thought this was a game where I don't know. I can't pinpoint exactly what it was, but they made him uncomfortable as a passer after about the first 15 minutes of this game. And I don't know if it was sometimes when you're on Braden's level and you get into foul trouble that you're never used to getting in, like he has 3 fouls in the first half, it really throws your whole rhythm for a loop. And maybe that's what happened. I don't know. I'm not Braden Smith, but maybe we'll hear about it on Running Point. I don't know. But for me,
Sure.
he played a great game offensively and pretty well defensively, but he had just some weird things. Like being a -1's wild for Braden on the plus-minus, and 6 turnovers as well. What were your thoughts on him, if any?
Braden, he was the leader we need, but it was the physicality of the guards on him and them high hedging him where those turnovers came in and just kind of just off kilter type shit for him. Sorry, I've been cursing a lot. I'm just frustrated.
It's fine.
I try not to on here, but scoring wise, great game. Assist, I don't know, man. If anybody was hitting anything, probably
Yeah.
would have been 12 or 13. Like, I honestly, outside of scoring, probably an average game for Braden. Like,
I agree. Only 1 rebound.
yeah, I mean, just
Wonky game.
he went and got his buckets, and he hit a 3 last night, which I was glad to see him get back on the horse because it's easy. We've seen Fletch struggle. It's like, don't need that. I don't know. I'm sure Penn State won't be like that. He was getting mugged. Their guards were allowed to ride
that
him
end
like
of the
a
game
pony.
sequence when they were trying to foul him right in front of Painter, and they just wouldn't call it. The referee's like, "Oh, what? He's hit him 3 times. Like, call the foul, dude."
Anderson, man.
Yeah, he's terrible.
So it was. I don't expect Saturday to be that way. So
yeah. We'll run through these last few people and then get you guys out of here. Fletcher, another not good shooting night from 3. Does get 4 rebounds, a couple steals, which is crazy. But I will say, as always, highest plus-minus on the team. So you can say whatever you want about Fletcher, and I'm frustrated as anybody at how bad he's been shooting. He's 27% in Big Ten play. It's not going to cut it when we get farther along here. I fully expect that to return to form. But he always, for some reason, somehow, is the highest plus-minus guy on our team. Did you see anything different out of him, or just a night where he's got to learn to get the ball through the hoop, or relearn to get the ball through the hoop?
He is learning something, and it's when those threes aren't falling. He is 6'7", and
he drove.
He can
played
drive.
good D.
I mean, he did the right things. He didn't do the wrong things last night. Just a pretty clean and crisp performance. He, with the help defense is almost a zone at this point.
Yeah.
Like damn near a zone.
Like a matchup zone.
And just, you never know who's really the one getting cooked unless it's blatant. Like those corner threes they were hitting at the end, like you can't really blame that on just the way we play defense. So, good game from Fletch. Get your shot going, dude. I don't know what it is. Go meditate with Trey. Figure it out, dude. Light some candles. I don't know what you got to do.
I was about to say burn the whatever it is that people
burn.
The
sage. I don't know. Smoke a fatty. I don't know what you do, Fletch,
maybe
but you need whatever you need to do. Just do it, dude.
Yeah, just need him to get back on track shooting. I mean, we have 2 more back-to-back games at Mackey. I'm hoping one of these he just goes 6 for 8. But yeah, people, I had somebody on my Twitter going crazy saying Fletcher should be replaced by Benner. The same shit it's been said about Fletcher for 4 years.
Just
And
stop.
he starts going in on it like Fletcher never shows up for big games. And somebody else is on there and goes, "You do know his nickname, right? It's Big Game Fletch." Because he does. This wasn't a big game. So I pulled out his shooting stats from 2 and 3s for his entire career, like 4% better in Big Ten play. And we pulled up every game log that he's had over 20 points, and they're all against big time guys. It's just funny. This guy had no idea what he was talking about.
Has this guy ever watched Fletcher in the tournament? I mean,
he said he was a Big Ten guy too, but anyway, or he was a Purdue guy, not a Big Ten guy.
Cool.
Anyway, we'll hit on CJ. I thought CJ played a great game. If 2 more of those corner threes fall down, it's an AA plus game. Played great defense. Didn't really get the steals he normally does, but still I think was great defensively. Had a couple of just incredible passes. No turnovers. And there was a couple times where we handed him the ball because they were face guarding Braden and just said, "Go do what you got to do." And he went and did it. Plays 28 minutes. You're starting to see this trend of the minutes are really starting to sway towards CJ.
Oh yeah.
And I'm great with that. Like, I think CJ's a 30-minute a game guy.
We'll get to why in a minute.
Yeah, that's coming. What did you think of CJ's game? I mean, like I said, outside of missing a couple corner threes, he almost always makes. He 3 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, just all around good game. He was a -2, but I think that's just a rotational thing. Like I said, plus minuses aren't perfect.
Yeah, he's the one guy when he shoots, I don't go, "Ugh."
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
my
you
son,
shouldn't.
My son, shout out Jameson, was at the game. It's his favorite player.
Yeah, I mean, he just did his thing, and he's getting more confident off the dribble. He's handling the rock. He's catching some Braden and Omer type of motion on his passes. So yeah, do you, CJ? Keep shooting, dude.
It's almost like CJ games are becoming like pretty much you can kind of like Gillis used to be. You could just kind of count on him. Like you just know what it's going to be. He's never going to be like at least this year, he's never going to be a 20-point a game guy, but he's going to always be there. He's going to hit his shots. He's going to play defense. He's going to do all the little shit. So good game by CJ. And then we'll jump to his counterpart, which we normally lump together, but this guy didn't earn it. Jakari plays 18 minutes, records a single stat of a rebound and a personal foul and nothing else. And this is where it shows you plus minus doesn't always mean everything. He is a +3 while CJ is a -2. Jakari, I didn't think he was bad, to be honest. He didn't even shoot a shot. Like, okay, hear me out first. I didn't think he was bad. Okay. I thought he was almost a non-factor, but I didn't think he was doing anything to hurt the team. He was playing fine defense. He wasn't shooting the ball. There was 3 or 4 times I was like, shoot it. And he kind of reverted to that faking thing. Need that to get out of there real quick. But
stop.
I'm starting to see these minutes sway. And I don't know what that's going to do to Jakari's confidence long-term if he gets down to say like 12 minutes instead of 18.
He's going to do what we thought he was going to do.
Because this is almost what do they always call it? 18 trillion, where you have minutes as your only stats. Like.
No, I call it cardio minutes. It's Gabe Cup minutes.
Yeah, cardio cup.
It's Ethan Morton minutes.
Yeah.
It's do nothing and get minutes because you play defense. Like, okay, great. Also, in order to play on this team, you do have to perform offensively.
Yeah.
Like, and those minutes are going to dwindle. Like, oh man, it's like we heard all the rumors last year. And, it's like he thinks he's him. He's like a Miles Colvin style player at this point where you're not really doing that much, man. You might be him. But when you get in, you have to play like him.
Yeah.
Like we know he's capable of it.
Yeah, he's capable. That's what I was going to say. Every once in a while you'll see a good game and you're like, "Oh, there he is."
Yeah,
but it's not consistent whatsoever.
He led his team to a 6A Georgia State championship, one of the hardest things on planet Earth to do statistically. Like 1 in 1,500 type shit. Like he did it, but we're not seeing that from him. you want to be him, Jakar. You want the minutes, then go. When you get in, Mason Gillis, one of our better players, comes off the bench. He comes in and he kills people.
Yeah.
For the time he gets, then take advantage of that time. Make something happen.
100%. I think that, like, I was about to just say this, and you kind of said it with Gillis there. Only thing I really want to see out of Harris become better. He needs to be if he's only going to play 15 to 18 minutes, go be a dominant physical wrecking ball.
Right.
You know, beat people up while you're in the game. It always seems that Purdue's the team getting beat up, and not because it's just because Purdue plays by the rules. That's just how Painter runs his system. And these other teams get cheap and they'll hit people. Sometimes you got to have, like, the Bash brother on your bench. That when it starts getting that way, you run in and you go do the dirty work like Gillis always did. Anyway, we don't need to spend much more time on him. He spent enough time on the floor.
Get it together.
Get it together, though, buddy. I root for you. I root for him.
We are cheering for you.
But if this becomes a trend, this next guy is going to start seeing his minutes increase in lieu of this guy, and that's Omer Meyer. I'm not going to say he did anything spectacular, like outside of scoring, but his best, it had to feel good for him to have go 2 for 2 from 3. That's 4 for 7 in his last 2 games. Hits that halftime shot that literally is impossible. Banked a shot from beside the backboard. Don't know how he did it. Had a curve on it.
Yeah, it had a curve on it. We were seeing,
we were like in line with it.
Directionally, parallel to that shot. So, like,
very wicked. Ends up a +8 though, and most of those minutes coming in non-Braden minutes. So it was good to see. The only thing I noticed with him from a point guard standpoint, he's much slower, like running through things than Braden. Like, he doesn't see stuff until about half a second later, and that sometimes is just enough to not be in time.
I think that's knowing the offense. So
I think it is too. Braden knows where guys are going to be.
Could write this offense with his eyes closed now. Like,
it's like a quarterback throwing it before the receiver even makes the cut.
Cutting film. Yeah.
I think he'll get there, but good trending on this game. That's what I wanted to see.
It was a great game.
Because if Omer becomes a guy who can just come play 10 minutes, give Braden some spells, and then play a little beside him, and be just a microwave who comes in and gets you 8 points in 12 minutes every game, that's huge for Purdue long term in this season. Like, specifically this season, to have that guy off the bench who can handle the ball and score the ball, it's just massive.
Yeah, I liked it. Omer, great game. You did what you needed to. He is very methodical with the ball.
Yeah, he is.
He likes to play that back to the basket type of guard.
Where he holds the ball way out here.
Yeah, Braden maybe does that for 1 second, then he's either going around you or he's calling for a screen. Like, Omer will stand there and he'll let the play develop, which, in the future we may see that as a positive, because we are going to have Ertel coming next year, who is Braden, with a better deeper
scoring
3-point shot and motor. It'll be good to have that balance next year too. So good game, Omer. Proud of you.
That's the players. Jack Benner, did want to mention, entered the game, did not miss a shot yet again. 4 games in a row, hasn't missed a shot. I heard somebody, was it on? Oh, it was Braggs on Boilers said he doesn't think Benter's going to miss another shot the rest of his career. That's not going to happen probably. If that happens, he will be gone, because he will not be playing college basketball anymore if he never misses.
Cool. I hope he doesn't.
But solid game from him. He comes in, does what he does in his minutes, gets a couple rebounds, makes a shot. I can't complain. Last thing on the stats, we'll go through a couple of these team stats here. Purdue led the entire game. Did go on a 10-0 run, allowed an 8-0 run. There were no lead changes, obviously. Purdue finishes with 17 turnovers to Washington's 13. That's crazy because it was like 10-4 the last time I looked, and then I looked up again, and it was like this. Purdue does win the points in the paint, but it gives up 36 with 26 or 28 of those being in the second half. That it wasn't 3-point shooting that got Washington, relatively back into it. It was Purdue allowing them to come inside the paint and score points. Purdue leads second chance points, fast break points, and bench points. Overall, the first half, Purdue was obviously on fire. 68% from the field, 38% from 3. Second half, not quite the same story. 47% from 2, and 28% from 3. For the game, though, 56% is still a good percentage for a game from a game standpoint. 3-point wasn't great, but final takeaways for you from this game, and then we'll get to our player of the game and kind of moment of the game or whatever, and move on.
Clean it up. Clean it up and kill. That's it. Don't let Penn State linger Saturday.
Yeah,
Crowd or no crowd, refs or no refs, kill. I mean, just leave no doubt. Like, I've said it so many times this year. Like, when people walk into Mackey, they should be scared. They're not scared right now. After what Iowa State did, I think even Washington believed they could come into Mackey and win. Like, no. Should never feel that way. Especially like when a Michigan comes to town. Like, I want them to see our last 4 games at Mackey, 3 games at Mackey, we won handedly. And it wasn't fun for the other team. They should have that in their heads. So, clean it up. Good win. It was a fun night, regardless. McAllister's is delicious in West Lafayette.
Sponsor us if you want to.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be a sick sponsor.
But, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I was thinking what you just said. Like, it's almost like if you let some dude hit on your wife and don't say anything, and then he does it again and you don't say anything, and then eventually your wife's banging this guy or whatever, and now you're mad. Okay.
Yeah, now you're mad.
Miss Illinois came in and just was hitting on our wife all night long, and we didn't. Now we got to say something. Okay.
Right.
If anybody who walks in those doors at Mackey needs to know, you're not coming back in this house. I should have punched you in the face the first time is what you should be thinking.
You're gone. Like, yeah, you're dead now.
But yeah, I mean, my really overarching thoughts here after a little bit of clarity, after this game, I was fuming. I was mad. I was ready to come on this. I mean, I told you, I was like, I got a lot to say. I'm going to come on. I'm going to rip ass. But at the same time, I had time to think about it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to fart. Sorry, that came out wrong. I'm going to rip some ass. Okay. It's weird what one word can do. Yeah, I was mad. I was fuming. I hated the way that game ended. It really left a bad taste. The only great part about the way that game ended is that finally the crowd got into it. And that was fun. But other than that, like, just didn't like it. After some thought about it, I was like, man, we led against a really good team for 20 minutes, or for most of this game by 20 points. We played good most of the game. It was just a drumming that turned into like oh no. It was never. It was kind of like, you're doing 69 miles an hour going past a cop, and you're just cruising, and then the cop whips out, but they're not coming after you. Like, it's kind of like they're just coming out because they got to go take a pee at the gas station up the road. It never felt like it was in danger or it was threatened, but there was just enough at the end there that kind of made you go, I don't really like the way this feels. So yeah, like you said, clean it up. A Big Ten win's a Big Ten win. We're 4-0. Got Penn State at home coming up. We're going to do a preview on that. It'll be much shorter than this. And then you have Iowa at home, who is okay, but I don't think they're nearly as good as what people are projecting them to be. And then we go on the West Coast trip with UCLA and USC, who are both very, very beatable teams, even on the road. So we could be looking at 8-0 going into an Illinois game at home. That's going to be, a really, really exciting game. So just excited for that. Who's your player of the game?
Player of the game, got to go with Braden.
Yep.
Just got buckets, clean the turnovers up, dude.
Yep.
Come on. You're better than 6 turnovers.
He is. That almost reminds me of a little bit, like 7 assists, 6 turnovers just sounds like a Braden freshman year stat line.
Yeah, I mean,
he did that a lot as a freshman.
Yeah, just stop. Keep the possession, man.
If I know one thing about Braden, he's way more mad about it than we are.
Yeah, I guarantee it, and I'm fine with that. Just please, Saturday, do your thing, bro. Let's get 11, 12 assists. Let's get some people hitting buckets. Find your boys. Let's go.
Yeah, dominate. My player of the game, I'm just going to go, just to make this like a weird rounded out episode, I'm going to go Trey Kaufman-Renn. So we started bashing on those two guys, and here they're going to be the players of the game, because outside of one stat, I don't know how you can argue with 14 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists. Just liked his kind of battle through adversity. There was parts of this game that I mean, you're getting double teamed every time you touch the ball. That sucks. I mean, it's not happened to me a ton in my life, but I'm sure that is terrible. To say, okay, fine, I'm just going to go dominate the glass, because he wasn't doing that so much early. And he's at the end, he's like, the last 30 minutes of this game is when he said, fine, you're going to double me, I'm going to dominate you on the rebounding. And he did. And I was impressed with that aspect, impressed with the passing, unimpressed with the turnovers. But all in all, the Stars starred, and I think we're going to start seeing more and more of a trend toward, the big three, CJ and Oscar, really doing a bulk load of the work.
Yeah.
I think we're going to start
They're
seeing
all
that
the
come.
highest paid players, so
Yeah, that's true. And maybe other than Omer, I bet he got a check.
I'm sure.
Any final things before we get out of here? I do want to say thank you to everybody who's watching. Definitely nice meeting you, Blake, if you're still listening to this as well. That was really cool. We did get over 200 subscribers, so really appreciate everybody on that.
Yes.
Super cool. We didn't really know if we were going to make it past 5 episodes or what it was going to be, but we're pretty well locked into it now. If we left now, we'd have people mad at us, so we hate disappointing people.
Yeah. I mean, that's besides my wife, I really hate disappointing people.
That's inevitable, though.
Yeah, it just tends to happen, but yeah, cool. It was awesome to meet, Blake, somebody that we've connected on here with. You don't think about it that way. We're all computer people here. It seems like, like I asked last episode. Yeah, I mean, if I didn't know you, you're just in my screen. So it's cool to meet people. So if you're ever at a game, you think we'll be there, hit us up, man. We'll make it happen. Yeah. Like I said last episode, at the end, if you're still here, you're a diehard. Share this with a friend, please. Just keep helping us grow, man. We're thinking about putting out some merch, figuring that aspect of things out as we grow. There's more growth, more things, more cooler things coming. So thanks for being here, and thanks for riding with us.
Oh, yeah, last thing. If you didn't check it out, I made a couple edits on our channel. Dang it. Right in the middle. I make an edit and you come in here and you just cut me off with that stupid beep again. Yeah, I made a couple edits. One was about Braden. He's gonna be leaving soon, so I thought that Braden and Fletcher is pretty cool. And then I did one where I really just took all of Boiler Ball's movies they put out and kind of compiled them together. It's like 50 minutes long. Pretty cool. Tells a pretty cool story of the season. I'm gonna do another one for the second half and then kind of try to splice those together. Until at least Purdue Boiler Ball comes after me and says I can't do that anymore. But yeah, appreciate everybody. Have a great day, and check out our Penn State recap after you finish watching this. Our Penn State preview. I apologize. Peace out.
Later.